Hey everybody, welcome to the life of a board gamer. My name is Daniel. It's today we get to take a closer look at this heavy box of too many bones. There's really is too many bones in here. So let's get down to the table because I can't wait to show you what's inside this box. Okay, so this is really big box and let's start going through it because you will be delighted when you see what we have in store. First of all, as you can see, you have a bunch of dice, but we'll go over the cards. So in these two decks, you get cards, and this is the card that covers your encounter deck, so you don't see which encounter next comes. And this one is so you can track your days, and you have a few days to win the scenario, depending on the scenario. And there's all kind of cards here. Like here is these blue cards represent the baddies. These are the guys that you are after. Your main goal is to kill this guy or arrest him or whatever you have to do with it. So, and they range from a very light game to very long game, the game that lasts really long. And they come with their own cards that are shuffled into the deck, and then they pop out and you have to do lots of different stuff. And then we have these encounters. As you can see on one side, there is a short story of what is happening, and when you flip it, you have to decide A or B. So what will you do? You read the encounter and then you decide what are your actions regarding that encounter. And sometimes rewards are different. Sometimes there is only like one option to choose from, and sometimes there's three options, and you choose your option, you try your best to fulfill it, and then you either get something or you get nothing. And that's what we can find in this deck of cards. And in the other, let me just shove it over here. Okay, and over here we have a loot card. So you will find some loot when you go on a mission, and sometimes you have to there is a trove loot that there's a combination on it that you have to do, so you can unlock it and see what's inside. And basically there are some weapons and items and whatnot that will help you win against some hard and really hard enemies. And I failed to mention, all these cards are plastic, so if you want to take a shower and play a game of Too Many Bones, you basically can do that because this game is 100% waterproof. I don't know if you really want to do it, but you can. Okay, then we have, these are, let me just move the box a bit because this is really big box. Okay, these are some main dice, and these dice are used among all the players. You have some of them are attacking, the yellow ones, and the green ones, the yellow ones are defending, and the gray ones are attacking dice. And those are really nice chunky dice. They really roll nice. They have these kind of sharp edges, which I really like. And there is this heat transfer, if I'm not mistaken, sides on it. So, and they're really nice dice, and you get a bunch of these dice. There are also dice that represent monsters, and these dice are representing your initiative and some d6, regular d6 die that you roll to find some, and there's this token, and lots of different dice. And over here we have dice for each player. So these dice are for blue player and for red player. And in here you have very special dice that are unique to your character. I'm not going to pull them out just so you can see. There are all kinds of different sizes, and they do all kinds of different stuff. they boost your health, they give you some attack and defense and whatnot. And so here is the yellow player dice and the gray player dice, and there's also some more dice that represent, these are for unlocking those loot that I was talking to you about. There's some weird glare, let me just open it. Okay, so these three are used for opening chests and finding loot and whatnot, and then these dice are for a bunch of various status that you can acquire, good or bad. And there is also this one that is empty, so you can store expansions in the main box. They thought about it, which is really cool of them. And then there's this one, this thing that we don't need now. And there is an apology from Chip Theory Games because they misprinted some cards which are in here, and cards that are okay printed are already in those boxes over here. And then we go to the second stage of this game. I mean, second level of this box, let's say so. First of all, you have these, let me just push it like here. First of all, you have these chips. These chips represent your health. And these are not good quality as these are, but Chip Theory Games got your back, and they made also premium health chips, which are quality as this one. And I can say you definitely should buy those, because they really bring so much experience to a game. When you have all these big heavy chips stacked, it really pops the game out. It's really cool to play with. I'm saying really a lot, but I'm stunned how beautiful this game is. Okay, what we have these. So these are health chips, nothing special about it. They're even a bit light, but against these chips, but it's okay. And then we have these chips. Okay, first of all, we have chips that represent your gearlocks or heroes. That are these four chips. You remember the blue dice, the red, the yellow, and the gray dice. And then, of course, these are used so you know in which lane which minion goes. And we have these chips. These chips are, and this is for measuring time when you play campaign. Okay, so these chips have minions on one side, and then on the other side, because these are the boss chips, they have their picture of the boss you are trying to find and hunt and kill and whatnot. So these are the boss chips, and as you can see, you get the picture of the boss, and then how many dice he's throwing, attacking and defending dice, how many health he has, what's his initiative, and status he has. Like this one has raiding and call orc. You have to read in the rulebook what they do and whatnot, and if they're range or melee champions and whatnot. Okay, so let's move just all these aside, and then we have bunch of these poker chips, which are really heavy, nice poker chips, and they worth from 1 to 5 to 20 points. 1, 5 and 20. If I can find some 20-point chips. No, I can't, doesn't matter. And these are also minions that you will be encountering throughout the game and you will fight against. And these are represented also by health. Like for example, you have this one that has like 7 health. You take 7 of these chips, you stack them like so, and then as you kill it, as you take off his health, you remove chips, and when he's down and you win the scenario or not, depends how good you are. And that's what those are chips for. There's lots of minions, as you can see, lots and lots of chips is in this game. This game has poker-like qualities. Then what we have is rulebook, and as I told you, it looks intimidating, but it really is not that much. As you can see, these are just components that you can find in a game, and then this is the gameplay, and it's really good written rulebook. Just game can scare you at first because there is lots in this game, but definitely stay on it and you will have lots and lots of fun with this game. Then what we have, this is the fighting arena, let's call it like that. And as you can see, there is a hole in here, so you can put your dice as you roll it, and then you know which initiative turn it is and whatnot. And you remember I showed you these chips, like 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, and 4. So when minions attack you, like for example when this guy attacks you and he's number 1 minion, you put it like this, you put his health, and if his range or melee, this one is melee, he's going over here, and you guys are going over here, and then you battle against these minions. Okay, so you move around here and whatnot. And then we have player mats for each player. As you can see, there is a bunch of holes in here because you can put your dice, okay, of course not these dice, but dice that are tied to your character. And as you can see, they really snugly fit in here. When you put them, they don't go anywhere. As you can see, you really have to pull them out, and then you use them for to activate different abilities and whatnot throughout the game. And each of the player gets his own player mat with different stats and completely different play. I mean completely different play. And last thing we have in here, this is also full plastic, so you can go, and when you take a if you like long showers, for example, like me, you can take this one and read them while you are taking the shower. Why not do more stuff at the same time? Be efficient. Okay, what you get here is let me just flip them. I flipped them all around. Okay, so this one is those statuses that minions and what taunt means, what terrify means, what thick skin means. So you read it over here, so you know when you attack minion with thick skin, you know that he is really hard to hit and whatnot. And then you have your gear locks, like Patches, for example, has these abilities, and it shows all the faces of the die that it has and what does the die do and whatnot. Then there's Boomer with all his abilities, and these are two-sided, and they even tell you beginner building start. So they tell you how you should play at the beginning before you are more experienced in this game, how you should play that character. So that is also a big help. And there's also 2 other characters, and that's everything in a box of Too Many Bones. That was Too Many Bones by Chip Theory Games, and oh my god, did you see those components? I mean, those dice that heat transfer or whatever it is, it looks awesome. Those thick chips that represent minions in this game that you fight against, and those playmats that are actually mousepad material with laser cut inserts, so you can put your dice inside the spots and whatnot. I mean, whoa, just whoa. This is Max vs. Minions, if not even better quality production. I mean, I don't want to talk about Max vs. Minions, I want to talk about Too Many Bones. And this game, wow. Some people say that artwork is not that good. I really like it. It's different, it's unique, it really... it's not. I like all when games are all shiny and colors popping all over the box and everything, but this is really unique. This really gets you into that setting of those gear locks, as they are called, and when you play these cards and go and when you really read those little stories and go on adventures, it really sucks you in. I was really wondering what's going to happen next, what will we choose, what will we do, oh my god. And then as a group we decide, okay, let's go with the harder difficulty thing to do, let's try and get as much as we can, and we lost flawlessly, without a doubt, because we just overestimated ourselves for our play, because we are still new to this game and we don't really understand it that well. The game has really how do they call it, a long learning curve, or a steep learning curve. So every gear lock, every character is a little game for himself. basically. But don't let that chase you away from the game. This game is really worth your time. It really is. The gameplay is very unique for each character. There are some extra characters, there are some extra stuff for this game that I will show you in the videos to come, but don't get scared by this game at first. At first it looks really complicated, it looks like your brain is going to explode, but actually it really is not that hard. And once you get the gears going, let's say so, the game flows really nice, and everyone knows what they are doing, and everyone is trying to do something, and you start cooperating as a whole, like I will go and I try attack, I go before you and I go before you and whatnot. So from the gameplay to the components, this game is absolutely 10 for me. This game is going, if I manage to play it a lot more, this is definitely going to climb up on the ladder of the best games I ever played. So definitely check it out. Too Many Bones by Chip Theory Games. And for all of you other gear locks that wanna search around my channel some more, there are videos right over there. And if you don't wanna miss on the giveaways and stuff around this channel, subscribe button is right down there. And until next time, pozdrav!